Love, one of the most essential elements of every person's life. But have we ever paused to truly reflect on what love really means? Love is not merely a connection between two souls, it is a journey. A process of self-reflection and personal growth. In each moment of love, we learn to see ourselves differently, sometimes through difficult lessons, yet always advancing on the path of maturity. Have you ever wondered why love can make us grow, yet also wound us deeply? How can those with high emotional intelligence adjust their love to grow alongside others without losing themselves? Love, no matter how beautiful, is not always easy. Sometimes it can break us. And at other times, it opens doors to new beginnings, helping us rediscover who we truly are. Shining Mirror-LVB invites you to explore the stories of love, and how each of us can learn valuable lessons from our relationships, not just in loving others, but in learning to love ourselves. The words of great figures will remind us that love is a complex and profound subject, yet one full of richness and meaning. Love is not about losing yourself, but growing together. Love is not about losing yourself. It's about growing yourself beside someone. True love is not about sacrificing your own identity, but about developing and maturing together. When you love someone, you should never feel like you're losing yourself. Instead, you should feel like you're discovering new parts of who you are. Through the connection and shared growth you experience with that person. It's common to hear that in love, we must sacrifice for the other person. But true love is not about selfless submission. Instead, real love is about both people growing, learning, and evolving together. In this process, you are not just lovers, but companions on a shared journey of self-discovery, challenges, and dreams. Together, you help each other become better versions of yourselves, as individuals and as a couple. In love, we learn to view the other person with compassion and understanding, and in the process, we also learn how to love ourselves more deeply. True love is not a battle to win someone's heart, but a journey of harmony and development. If love requires you to give up who you are to please your partner, then that is not true love. True love helps you grow beyond your own limits, while still maintaining and honoring your true self. A healthy relationship allows both individuals to grow independently, yet still support and uplift each other on their personal journeys. This is what true love brings, the freedom to develop within the relationship while sharing the beautiful moments of life together. Love is not just a connection of two hearts, it is the connection of two people who can maintain their individuality but build a promising, meaningful future together. True love does not diminish you, it helps you grow into the best version of yourself, together with someone you cherish. True love does not make you smaller or less significant. Instead, it helps you expand your mind and soul, discovering parts of yourself that you may not have known existed. True love is when you can be yourself, feel secure, loved, and supported, while growing alongside the person you care about. You don't need to sacrifice or give up the important aspects of your life. Instead, you work together to create a future full of hope, where both of you shine in your own unique ways. True love is a process of nurturing and protecting each other, but it's also about encouraging and supporting each other to grow. Let love be the driving force that helps you become the best version of yourself, and let it inspire your partner to grow with you as you walk this path of development together. Love is a dialogue, not a monologue. True love is not a one-sided affair where only one voice is heard and the other is silent. Real love is a dialogue, a two-way conversation, where both partners share, listen, and understand each other. When you love, you should not only be the giver, you must also be the receiver. Love is a constant exchange, a mutual sharing of thoughts, emotions, and desires. In today's fast-paced world, we often get caught up in the rush of life, forgetting the importance of communication and connection in a relationship. If one person is always giving without receiving, eventually, they will feel drained and empty. Love cannot be one-sided, it needs interaction, feedback, and understanding from both partners. A true dialogue is not just about expressing your feelings, but also about listening, understanding, and empathizing with the other person. Love is a space where your emotions, thoughts, and experiences can be expressed freely, without fear or hesitation. You don't need to hide who you are or pretend to be someone else. Love allows you to be yourself, And the person you love will accept you for who you truly are, both your strengths and your flaws. When you love, you don't just need the other person to love you, you also need to love yourself within the relationship. Love is not just about two people becoming one, but about understanding, accepting, and respecting each other's differences. It's a dialogue that never ends, where both partners have the opportunity to grow and discover new parts of themselves through their interaction with each other. We often think that love means giving everything to the other person. But sometimes, the key is also taking the time to listen to yourself. When you understand and love yourself, only then can you fully love and understand another person. Love is an ongoing dialogue, where you not only give but also receive love and understanding in return. In any relationship, conflicts and differences are inevitable, but what matters is how both of you work together to resolve them. A sincere, open dialogue will help you overcome challenges in your relationship, because love is the strength that enables both partners to grow and evolve in a positive direction together. Trust is a mirror. Once cracked, even repaired, the reflection changes. Trust in love can be compared to a mirror. Once it is broken, no matter how much you try to fix it, the reflection will never be the same as it was before. Trust is the foundation of every relationship, but it is also fragile and easily damaged by careless words and actions. Love may begin strong, full of promise, but once trust is broken, everything can change in an instant. A lie, a dishonest action, even though it may be apologized for and repaired, will leave an imperfection in the heart of the one you love. Trust is not something that can simply be restored to its original state. Because each time it is wounded, it leaves marks that are impossible to erase completely. No matter how hard you try to fix it, the reflection in the mirror of trust will always be different, at least in some small way. However, trust in love is not entirely lost when it is broken. If both people are genuinely committed, if they are willing to forgive and start over, the broken mirror can still be repaired. The important thing is that both must recognize the significance of trust. And once it is lost, it must be rebuilt step by step. Trust is not just about believing in the promises of your partner, it is about having faith in the love and sincerity within the relationship. It is trusting that your partner will always stand by your side, love, and protect you, even when challenges arise. Love must be nurtured with trust. And when that trust is shattered, both people must work tirelessly to restore connection and security within the relationship. In every relationship, there is nothing more precious than trust. When you have trust, you can face any adversity with confidence. When trust is lacking, every step in love becomes difficult, filled with doubt and anxiety. That is why trust must be cherished and protected so that the relationship can endure. And love does not fade due to cracks no one wants to see. Trust is not just believing in your partner, but also believing in yourself and the future of your relationship. A lasting relationship is one where both people build trust from the smallest actions. Understanding that trust is an ongoing process, a continuous effort. To earn trust, you must show respect, sincerity, and patience. And most importantly, you must understand that trust is not something you can buy, it is something that must be built and maintained over time. Love is patience, but don't confuse patience with waiting forever. True love is not about waiting endlessly, it is about patience in the process of learning, understanding, and growing together. Love cannot be reduced to waiting for a promise, a change, or something that you hope the other person will bring. True love is the patience in loving, in accepting each other's weaknesses and flaws, and the persistence to overcome challenges together. But sometimes, we mistake love for an eternal wait. We convince ourselves that love takes time, that our partner needs time to change or find their own way. However, patience in love does not mean you have to stay in a relationship that no longer fosters growth or happiness for both of you. Love is not an endless wait, but an effort to grow and walk the path of development together. Patience in love is accepting that each person has their own journey. But this does not mean you must endure injustice or sacrifice too much for the relationship. Sometimes, patience is knowing when to give each other space to grow independently. For both individuals to become the best versions of themselves before they can move forward together. Patience is also knowing when to let go. so both individuals can find happiness and inner peace on their own. Love is patience, but not waiting forever. Love is the patience in nurturing a relationship, in building it from the smallest things. But it is not about selflessly sacrificing for things that cannot change. Sometimes, true love is realizing that there are things you need to let go of, so the relationship can grow in a space that is free and healthy. Remember, love is a journey of understanding and growth, and patience is an essential part of that journey. However, if love becomes nothing more than endless waiting without change or effort from both sides, then it is no longer true love. Love requires effort from both partners, a patience with purpose, and honest communication. And in every relationship, sometimes patience means knowing when to move forward or when to allow yourself and your partner to find your own paths. A relationship is a shared experiment in human behavior. Every relationship is a shared experiment in human behavior, where each person plays the role of a scientist testing hypotheses about trust, fear, and primal instincts. Love is not just an emotion, it is a journey of exploring the hidden parts of ourselves and the other person. In a relationship, we test and experience hypotheses about trust, change, and love, from which we learn and grow. When we love someone, we don't just give them our hearts, we also give them the opportunity to experiment and explore how love is built and challenged over time. Every action and reaction is part of this experiment. We face challenging situations where trust and understanding are put to the test. There will be times when we feel afraid, confused, or fail, but it is in these moments that we come to understand ourselves and our partners better. Every relationship faces elements such as fear, hurt, and uncertainty. These emotions can cloud our judgment, but they are also essential in the process of experimenting and learning. In any experiment, we sometimes have to accept failure to discover valuable results. Love is not always easy or perfect. It is a journey of testing that allows each person to grow, learn, and discover things about themselves and their partner they didn't know before. For every relationship, there are elements that we cannot predict or control, but these are the factors that make love rich and diverse. The way our partner responds to challenges, their decisions, and emotions in difficult situations are crucial parts of the experiment in human behavior we are conducting together. Love is a shared experiment, where each person is a scientist discovering the mysteries of themselves and their partner. In a relationship, we test hypotheses about honesty, patience, forgiveness, and connection. We learn that not all hypotheses are correct, and sometimes adjustments are necessary to help the relationship develop in a healthy and sustainable way. Every result, whether successful or not, provides valuable lessons that help us understand and love each other more deeply. In a relationship, we are constantly experimenting with our emotional and behavioral responses, and the responses of our partners. These are not always easy, but it is precisely these challenges that help both individuals grow and connect more profoundly. Love is not a perfect product from the start, it is the result of a process of experimenting, adjusting, and finding what works best for both people. The right love doesn't drain you, it refuels you. True love should never leave you feeling exhausted or depleted. Instead, it serves as an endless source of energy, helping you feel empowered and motivated to move forward in life. When you love the right person, you feel cherished and supported, knowing that your partner is there to uplift you and help you grow. In unhealthy relationships, we often feel drained and worn out because we don't receive empathy and support in return. Such relationships can cause us to lose confidence, feel disconnected from ourselves, and sometimes even lose sight of our own dreams and goals. But true love doesn't do that. It helps you realize your inner strength and provides the belief needed to move forward. Even when challenges arise, true love is a powerful force that fosters personal growth and drives you to become the best version of yourself. When you love the right person, you receive encouragement and motivation at every step of the way. They are there not only in moments of joy but also to support you through difficult times. In a relationship like this, love is not a burden or an endless sacrifice, but a shared journey of growth and mutual support. True love doesn't drain you, it fuels you to go further. When you love the right person, you feel energized to face life's challenges. You don't feel tired of moving forward, instead, You feel empowered and confident that you can achieve everything you've always dreamed of. True love is when two people support each other, build a future together, and help each other become better people. In the right love, each person understands their role in the relationship, and there's no feeling of being suppressed or overshadowed. Both contribute to the growth of the relationship, creating an environment where both can freely develop, pursue their personal dreams, and still stay connected in love and mutual respect. When love doesn't drain you, you'll feel a renewed energy to continue your journey, not just because you feel loved, but because you realize that true love is an unlimited source of motivation, helping you overcome all challenges and reach higher goals in life. These quotes are not just powerful words, but valuable lessons for each of us, especially when it comes to love and relationships. Love is not just a spontaneous emotion, but a long journey of growing, changing, and evolving. The quotes above are keys to deeper understanding about ourselves and our partners. They are not mere advice but principles we should remember when entering any relationship. And in this journey, there are important lessons that remind us that love is a process, not a destination. Love is freedom and growth. True love is not about control or the complete sacrifice of oneself. Love is about freedom and growth, where two people grow together, explore, and enrich each other's lives. In a relationship, you need to preserve your freedom, not allowing yourself to be trapped by expectations or dependencies on the other person. However, love also requires you and your partner to support each other in your personal development. Sometimes, freedom means allowing each person to have space to grow, to pursue their own dreams, but also to connect and share common goals. Love is not about losing yourself in each other, but about building a solid foundation where each person can maintain their individuality, yet walk together, supporting each other on the path of growth. As both individuals grow, love will become stronger and more enduring. Patience and the ability to adapt. True love requires patience, but that doesn't mean you must wait forever. Love is not a static state, it is a journey of change, where both partners must learn, adapt, and grow together. In every relationship, there will be difficult times, changes, or challenges that both of you must face. True love is not about waiting for the other person to change, it is about the ability to change together. To adapt in every situation. The ability to adapt in a relationship is not just about understanding each other but also about acceptance and change when necessary for both individuals to evolve. Patience in love doesn't mean waiting without action, it is about persevering in maintaining trust, respect, and care for each other along the way. Love is an ongoing process of learning, and patience is the key to moving forward, even when faced with difficulties. The importance of trust and communication. Trust is the core element in any relationship. Once trust is broken, even if it is repaired, it will never be quite the same. Trust is the solid foundation that allows both partners to feel secure, safe, and ready to share their deepest emotions. When trust is violated, no matter how hard one tries to mend it, the relationship will never return to its original state. That's why communication becomes the key to maintaining and strengthening a relationship. Communication is not just about expressing your thoughts and feelings but about listening, understanding, and sharing what you are going through. A strong relationship is built on open and sincere communication. When two people understand each other, they can easily overcome obstacles because they know that trust and connection exist between them. A relationship must be a dialogue and a mutual learning process. A relationship is not a simple exchange, it is a journey of learning and exploring together. Each person in the relationship is both a student and a teacher, discovering and perfecting themselves through each challenge and shared joy. Love is mutual learning. It's about sharing life's lessons and evolving together. Sometimes, relationships will put you in situations where you must change your perspective, learn to understand, and empathize with the other person. Every relationship is a journey of discovery and growth, where both individuals learn not only about each other but also about themselves. In a relationship, you don't just love, you also learn how to love in a mature and responsible way. Each person has their own story and lessons to share, and together, you both grow through those experiences. Love is not always easy, but it is undoubtedly an essential part of our life journey. Through the words of great philosophers and figures, we realize that love is not about sacrificing everything for each other, but about growing together. It is about helping and supporting each other to become better individuals. A healthy relationship will never cause you to lose yourself. It will always help you rise and become the best version of yourself. Love, like a piece of the puzzle of life, should never cause you to lose yourself. Remember that you deserve a love that makes you feel safe, respected, and supported. True love will always be a source of positive energy, not a place that drains you. When love helps you grow, learn, and evolve, that is the true essence of love, where both partners rise together, lifting each other in every step of life. We have shared some profound quotes about love and relationships. But the question remains, what do you think about these perspectives? Have you found values and lessons that resonate with you? Please share your thoughts in the comments below so we can discuss them together. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel, Shining Mirror-LVB, so you won't miss out on other valuable lessons about life, growth, and the journey towards inner peace. Thank you for being with us. We wish you always find peace and happiness in every moment of your life.